Whoa, hello everybody. Sorry about that little wait there.
Sorry.
Our tech people will be fired after this show.
Yeah, Weight Watchers, am I right?
What?
Sorry for the wait.
Hi, I am Brent,
I'm Jared.
and this is Brent and Jared in the evening at 4 p.m.
As always.
As always.
We won't disappoint
And we
you.
just want to let you know that we are dedicated as a show to being nothing but ridiculous and never being political.
Never being political. We want this to be a safe haven, for just all the
A
chaos
safe haven
and
for
stuff.
you to go to in the midst of all the political things
Exactly.
happening right now.
Oh, that's really a good way to put it. I'm really glad you put it that way. So I'm going to take us into our first topic. What do you think about all the riots and protests that are going on right now?
That's like the definition of political, Jared.
You know what? I think I mixed up topics from our other show, Brent and Jared in the dressing room of Bill O'Reilly at Fox News Studios. Sorry, mixed that up. Mixed my notes around.
Yeah, because that's definitely our other show, which is fully and completely political.
Not as
obviously.
popular. Yeah. Some might say too political,
Some might say that.
given where it is. So, yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well, why don't you take us into our actual first topic, Jared?
I'll take us into our actual first topic. So, I'm frankly kind of upset about the whole, unit of measurement that has divided our country between metric and what's
the imperial system.
imperial
Yes,
system.
the imperial system.
As Brent so put it earlier.
Which you didn't see because we weren't live.
Because we weren't. But
yes, the imperial
Yeah.
system is what America uses.
yeah, but there's so much division, and not both of them kind of suck, honestly. Like metric system and both of them, I'm not a fan of either. So I've kind of come up with my own.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's foolproof, and I think it's honestly the best system one could have. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go into it. So my new method of measurement is, of course, a Cuisinart CPT-1222 slice compact toaster white.
Okay, so I see. So you stack the toasters
Yeah.
on top of each, and you're however many toasters tall.
Of course, as you can see from this picture, I am in fact 7 toasters tall, which in this new unit of measurement is the perfect amount of toasters tall.
Oh, so
one
7
person
is
could be.
perfection then.
Yeah, because
So
it's
you're
God's number,
perfect at-
so why not?
Okay.
Why not
fair
continue
enough,
it,
fair enough.
into this?
So if you're less than 7 toasters, what's that? Is that because we have we have feet and inches and less than inches, parts of inches.
So yeah, obviously, we'll have to have a different name. So say you're not perfect like me and you're not a perfect 7 toasters tall. You're maybe, 7 and 5/7 because the fractions are also 7. They're always perfect.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's also 7 letters in the word toaster for all of you wondering. So this is
Oh, so you're gonna divide it up by the word
word toaster. So if
So if you're half a toaster, you're a toast.
5/7, there is no half of 7.
There's
So
that's
you'll have
true.
to learn that.
That is
so please
so-
remember that.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
yeah,
you can't
if
be
you're
half a toaster in this system. There
No,
is
no, you're either
half.
3/7 or 4/7, baby. And if you're half, get the freak out of here, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if you're 5/7, if you're 7 toasters and 5/7, you're gonna be 7 toasters and a toast tall.
Okay, and
And if you're 3/7, those are gonna be the kind of people that you're like, actually,
so we're
you're
gonna discriminate based on.
well, I mean,
toasters?
if you wanna be friends with someone who's 7 toasters and 3 toes tall,
Toes? You're gonna name them toes?
if you're 4/7,
Oh,
4/7 is toes. You
I don't
gotta
know if
take
I
off
like
the
this
T, E,
system,
and R.
Jared.
I mean, personally, it's foolproof for me. I mean,
For you, yes.
for me, I'm the perfect
because you're
7.
a perfect 7.
I mean, but I'm
toasters.
sure everyone agrees with that anyway. So
Yeah,
I feel,
I don't know. Looking at this picture, I think there's some bias going on with the
I don't know what you're talking about,
depiction of
dude.
the toasters.
I don't see it.
I'm
That's-
just saying. I'm
weird.
just saying. So
But yeah, I mean, I don't see anywhere this can go wrong. But yeah, that's my 2 cents
the
in the whole
imperial
matter.
measuring. So what if you're over? Obviously the unit is 7 toasters. You have a toaster, and then you have toes, which is less than a toaster.
Yeah, 4/7.
But
yeah,
if you
you're right.
okay, and if you have 7, you have grams and kilograms, you have things that are bigger. So if you have 7 toasters, if you have 14 toasters, what's bigger? If you wanted to measure that, you have 2 sets of 7. It would be 2 what's?
You're a toaster oven. if you're more than one, you know?
So it's your 2 toaster ovens then, if you're 14 toasters.
No, you're 1 toaster oven. It if you're multiple, it compacts into 1
But it doesn't matter
oven.
how much multiple. So if I'm like 3 sets of 7 or 2 sets of 7, they're both toaster ovens?
Everyone's a toaster oven in this system.
Okay, so basically once you get beyond 7 toasters tall, it doesn't matter. You're tall.
It doesn't matter. You're taller than everyone else, so what's the point?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, you're already better than everyone else. So,
Okay.
I mean,
well, all right then.
that's how that goes, baby.
Okay. Well,
On to the next topic.
On the next topic. But before we get to the next topic, I actually have a small digression I want to do. I have
Oh my
a
gosh,
science
what is
experiment.
this?
I don't know, Jared.
Dude, this is
You definitely
crazy.
didn't see this like 10 minutes ago.
What is
So,
that, whipped cream? Like, I
No,
haven't seen that
it's-
before.
It's a regular can of dust off, and what I'm going to do with it is take my chewing gum, and for those of you who can't blow bubbles at home, be sure to try this at home, kids.
Rest in peace, all our viewers with a lisp.
Yeah, so you just stick the gum on the end and you blow a bubble. Except like the first time, I've chewed on the gum too long, so it
Third time's the charm, as they say.
it doesn't work. But it worked beautifully earlier today.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Definitely did. So you can not try that at home, kids. Your parents will hate me forever.
Yeah.
So
Maybe don't put gum on every, like, air opening device.
yeah. So on to the real topic now, though, is we're going to talk about a text conversation that happened at work this week. Me and I was supposed to text Jared and our media person Joel about a meeting we were supposed to have in Renee's office. And so I have a group chat with them, and I thought I had picked the right chat, but unfortunately it actually sent the text out to most of the staff at the church. And so I texted them saying, "Meeting in Renee's office?" ? And of course, Jared Davis sends back the standard lorem ipsum dolor, the Latin, placeholder text, basically,
I'm bilingual.
which is very, very, very long. And, then Tanya comes back with, "For everyone on this group text, wow." Jared Davis says media team only because Jared's like, "Haha, no, Tanya, you're not coming to our meeting."
In your dreams.
And then Joel emphasized Jared's placeholder text.
So you really need to explain this part here.
And
Why did it
so-
say emphasize
Because
plus
someone
everything?
in this group had an Android phone, so the little thumbs up dealies don't work. And it just comes back as emphasized and then prints out Jared's whole text.
Just saying, if you have an Android, you're definitely less than 7
And so then
toasters tall.
someone else, who will remain nameless because I don't know what their phone number is, so I literally named them someone else because I don't know who they are, and I didn't want to put their phone number out there on social media.
Not the
for
single by
everyone
the
to see.
1975.
And they disliked emphasized lorem ipsum dolor. So they disliked the emphasized lorem ipsum dolor. And so then Jared was like, "Oh, I'm jumping on this bandwagon," and disliked the disliked emphasized lorem ipsum dolor. And so
getting
then
started.
someone else disliked, but they disliked the first text, so it was lorem ipsum. And then they emphasized the disliked, emphasized lorem ipsum dolor. So, and
They
then,
realized.
Jared's like, "About to lose our job, check." So, because that's true, because you're sending it
Is.
to everyone on staff. And then Joel's like, "I'm jumping in on this bandwagon and emphasize the emphasized, disliked, emphasized lorem ipsum."
Strength in numbers.
And it just kept going. And so then they loved the emphasized, disliked, emphasized lorem ipsum. And at that point, Tanya was like, "Will you stop already?" And so, of course, Jared disliked, "Will you stop already?" Which means someone else liked the disliked, "Will you stop already?" And at that point, Tanya had had enough.
She'll never win.
Tanya, I would just like to apologize from all of us here at the media team, and especially from me. I will not include you in any text with these two ever again.
Every chance I get.
So, because they will abuse the system.
The system is meant to be broken, as they say.
I mean, you got really close to breaking it.
Yeah.
Like fully breaking it.
Do
you have any comments?
Yeah, we do actually. So we have some support for this system we have.
For the toaster system?
Yeah. Best system, they say.
Best system.
Yeah, so they agree with me.
Okay, apparently this is
Someone
what
said
we're doing
half
now.
of 7 is 3.5 actually, and what I had to say to that is like, drop your address, dude. Like, I just want to talk. Like, I don't know. Like, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And the same person says they have an Android, so that just explains itself. I'm not even gonna touch that.
Okay.
So Oh, and we have the Joel Villanos who helped me with the takedown of Tanya Ziegler. Dropping the famous love to emphasize, disliked, emphasize, lorem ipsum dolor, cita med something.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce any of that. I apologize for my Latin pronunciation to all of you.
I'm fluent in Latin, but...
You're fluent in a dead language.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever served more purpose.
My college advisor was not that great. So anyways... Oh, he dropped his address. Wow. We'll be visiting that later.
That's definitely going to be on social media for millions of people to see eventually.
Oh.
Not that we have that many people watching us right now, but in the future.
Probably.
Someone will want to see where it all began.
So I'm going to take us into our next topic. So you're recently telling me about the new Hunger Games book.
Yes, I actually finished the new Hunger Games book today on
What'd you think
Audible.
about it?
I thought it was really good, actually. It was a very interesting prequel to the Hunger Games series, focusing entirely on President Snow. And it really dives deep into his character and like how he becomes the way he is and like how the Hunger Games develop into what they become, because it starts out like apparently the Hunger Games started out as like, yeah, go in there and die. Like there was no fanfare, and it eventually became, and apparently President Snow had a very large part to play in how they developed and everything like that. So it was a very good book, very interesting book.
Very interesting. So I haven't read the book, and this is not about that at all. But it just kind of got me thinking.
Uh-oh.
You know, the other ones have been out, and it's a big hit, and everyone's like, oh, that's a cool movie and whatnot. And you know, the other day I was just thinking, like, man, America's kind of boring sometimes. You know, sometimes they don't have things to watch.
Definitely right now.
Yeah, definitely right now.
Nothing is happening. Nothing is going on.
Nothing's happening. Nothing. Yep. I'm bored. Okay. And you know, there's not a lot of like talent shows and like all these.
There's not a lot of talent shows. You're correct. There's only a few.
Emphasis. There's not a lot of good ones. There's too many. There's so many talent shows. But I don't like any of them, so
okay,
I just have something to introduce. The Hunger Games, But
in America.
I am going to make some changes.
Let me be clear. You're advocating for the Hunger Games in America for real.
Okay, so listen to my changes.
Okay.
So, of course, the first thing, this is America.
And look, we have Hunger Joff.
Oh, there he is, my sweet little boy. He's the first one in my
I
system.
think that's more terrifying than the actual Hunger Games.
I think it's brave.
Okay.
But so this is gonna consist of first this will be a voluntary system, so not be involuntary.
That's the way it always starts.
So, anyways, so we will also need one person from every state in America.
One person from every state.
50 voluntarily, people. At least 50 people.
You're not gonna do one guy and one girl like Hunger Games?
That's just...
That'll be 100 people.
That's 100 people, and for our location...
that's insane.
Our location that I'll tell you earlier, I don't think it would be 100 people, I don't think they would fit very well.
But
okay. We'll get to that, So, obviously, everyone's gonna sign up somewhere. It'll be voluntary, and there's gonna be, a vetting process to make sure they're not crazy. Because a lot of people are going to want...
Because murder games definitely don't attract crazy people.
Yeah, we don't...
Yeah, definitely serial killers are not going to be like... They're going to be like, nah, I don't want to go into a place where it's condoned that I murder people.
Yeah, so we're going to try to knock at that and make sure, all the necessary precautions are taken. And, of
necessary
course...
precautions taken for murder.
To prevent that.
To prevent murder?
Well, to prevent, because also the method of weapon used in this will be a Nerf gun with tranquilizer darts.
Okay, so you're just going to trank people.
This will be non-lethal.
So it's the non-lethal Hunger Games. Can we use tasers too?
Hey, it's No, everyone is deposited in this abandoned Costco.
In an abandoned Costco.
An abandoned Costco. Where they will all be given a Nerf gun with tranq darts. And it's voluntary, so they all know what to expect.
I mean, that just sounds like what we've been doing for the past month, but okay.
But not to get
this
political.
This is not getting political
anything.
at all.
No, definitely not. So, of course, we're going to have the screening process, like I said. They're going to have to audition. They're going to have to sing a little song.
They're going to have to sing a song.
A little song,
To get in?
To get in.
So you're going to actually require more than one person from each state and then make them audition.
Yeah, and only one will be chosen.
Whoever potentially get tranked.
Whoever sings the best song will get in. And you'll be Mr. or Mrs. Arkansas. In the games.
Right.
And so, of course, everyone's in the Costco.
Oh, and Kansas just tranked Arkansas.
Oh, there will be betting.
There will be betting.
There will be.
Okay.
Who wouldn't? How can you not?
Because how can you have a Hunger Games
We all know Florida man's going to win. He will destroy them all. No one else will have a chance at all. They will try.
Oh no.
But of course, so everyone's like safe distance apart, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, go, and then
Everyone's a safe distance apart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
And then
Take off.
everybody just starts darting each other.
Well, no,
How
it's
do
a
you-
Costco, so there's shelves and stuff. There's cover.
But how do you
and
make
whatnot.
sure that like once they get tranked, what happens? Like they get tranked, they
I mean,
pass
they
out.
drop, man.
Well, yeah, I know they drop.
is
but,
horse
like,
trank we're talking
But like
about.
then they can get like run over by forklifts in the abandoned Costco. like how are you going?
There's
Are you
gonna
going to
be no
have like?
forklifts? There's gonna be no.
Well, I mean, it's an abandoned Costco. You don't know what's there.
I mean, okay, so I'm now seeing some flaws in this, and there will be.
Is there going to be people
Vehicles
who
will be taken
drag
out.
the tranked people away so they're not
Yes.
just there?
And they will be in full body Kevlar, so they will be
Full body
invulnerable
Kevlar,
to
because
everything.
the trank darts will definitely go through full body Kevlar.
Definitely not. It'll be.
So they're just going to be shooting each other over and over and over
No,
again.
no, the
Trying to
people,
get the trank darts through the
people
Kevlar.
dragging the people have the Kevlar.
Oh, gotcha.
So because they're
Gotcha.
just they're the people.
I understand.
that are-
They're the people.
the people
That's
that are
their
taking
official
care-
name. The people.
The people. Their
And when you
official
get
title.
tranked, the people come and
Oh,
get
the
you.
people, they'll find you. But yeah, so that's
They'll
how
just
you
have
get
a
them off.
faceless
And
mask.
the Hunger Games also has like little things they drop.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
kind
like
of special
sponsors.
things.
Sponsors.
Well, no sponsors too, but like one time they released the big dogs, and they kind of
Oh,
like
yeah?
like kind of boss things.
So I'm
that
hoping
kind of
you're not going to
eliminate
release
more people.
murder dogs into the arena.
No, but I had something else in mind.
Oh,
So
okay.
there will be 3 rounds. The
3 rounds.
The first round, there will be DJI Mavic Pro 2 drones with Apple Home speakers attached to them, playing the American Idol theme song. And each time it plays, it's going up 1/2 step, baby. It's one by one. It's starting in A, it's going to B flat, and then B, and then C, until it gets higher and higher, until it drives them crazy.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, the first round is psychological, so it's all in the mind. You gotta come strong in the mind and in the heart.
Okay.
So yeah, and when that's all done, there's still going at it. Second round comes. So second round is an 8-year-old's gonna come out. 8-year-old
I
child.
already hate this plan.
An 8-year-old
This is
child.
a terrible plan.
In full body
They're gonna-
Kevlar.
Okay, because I'm about to say
So
they're
he's
going to trank
protected.
that kid.
No, they won't be getting him. An 8-year-old in full body Kevlar, and he's been told the contestants have games on their phones, baby. And he wants to play him. He wants to play that Clash of Clans. He hasn't played in weeks. He's been grounded for so long, and he wants it. So if he finds you, he's going to yell and scream, "Got games on your phone? Can I play? Can I play?" And you don't want to get found by him because his yelling is going to attract other players. You'll be
That
gone
is
in no
actually
time.
a twisted and terrible
Yeah.
punishment. That's awful.
Yeah, so it's hard.
I would kind of prefer murder dogs.
Well,
so
the,
to that,
the motto of this is it's non-lethal.
right. It's
So no
non-lethal.
one's going.
You're just
okay?
scarred forever and then go back out into society trying to live a productive life
Trying
with all
your
of that
best.
trauma.
But yeah, and then the third round, once all that's over, you hear someone come over the speakers and you say they say shoppers get ready, and you're like, what does that mean? And then you know what? You know what day it is? It's Black Friday, and there's some deals at this Costco, man. There's
This
some
abandoned Costco.
Yeah, but it's stocked full of electronics, man, and they are 80%
Okay,
off.
your whole concept of non-lethal just died right there because people will get trampled.
Oh no, all those shoppers have full body Kevlar.
No, yeah, they will
they go
trample
what
the
they want.
contestants and they will die.
Yeah, so we won't tell them that part. Because that's not.
So it's all non-lethal to the end, and then it's like, haha,
I
just
mean-
kidding, you're dead now?
I mean, what are the chances someone's gonna actually?
Pretty high. Have you
I
seen
mean-
any of the videos on Black Friday?
I mean,
Yeah, no, everybody's dead. They're all gonna die.
that's yeah.
I mean, at least don't Kevlar the shoppers. At least give them a fighting chance.
well,
I
we'll
would
see.
actually prefer to have a tranquilizer gun on Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
The crowd was coming at me.
We'll find a way to make that non-lethal. We'll find a way.
I don't think there is a way to make Black Friday non-lethal, dude. People die every year.
I don't know. But
It's-
yeah,
it
that's
is
round
madness.
3. So
It's madness.
whether or not we figure out a way, that's round 3.
Okay, well,
Whether you like it or not.
all right. That is Jared's proposal for
And
entertainment.
I should mention, no, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm still going. By the way, everyone.
You're like, you should be done.
No, not yet. Everyone who gets out, they are taken out of the game where they are sitting in a nice recliner. And when they wake up, they're played, I'm going home to the place. You know what they play in American Idol when you lose?
Oh.
They're going to be played that song at high volume. And that's going to be your little trophy to take home.
So if you win, you still lose.
No, those are the losers.
Those are the losers.
The winner. Here's what's going to happen in the
You're
winner.
making this up right now, aren't you?
I'm trying to remap where I was going with this. But the winner is, of course, he's going to be the only one. So there's going to be people coming out and congratulating him. And he's going to be given a microphone. And he's going to have a song prepared. Because congratulations, he just won American Idol. Plot twist, this is the new American Idol. In the year 2162.
For coming up with that, like, just now, that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna give you a star on that one.
Thank you.
So,
and this is what makes it better than
all of you at
these
home,
talent
tally
shows.
up the number of stars I give Jared because it will matter later.
It will. You'll get a special prize.
Yes, exactly.
But
Over the course of like the next,
couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just gave him one just now, and this is the first time, so it's not hard right now. So you don't get a prize right now.
No.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's
so that's
it.
Your new pitch for American Idol.
And of course, you will be greeted by Ryan Seacrest when you win. And he will
that's-
be the one handing you the
That's the
microphone.
worst punishment of all. Okay, so next topic. Are you done? Are you finished with your?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've said everything I want to
So
say.
next topic is, I was born in 1989. So you guys can all do the math if you want to. Which was just before the 90s. So I grew up a 90s kid. I'm technically an 80s kid because I skirted in there just under the wire. But
Can
so
tell
I
by
grew
the
up
use
in
of
the
skirted.
90s, and I was thinking about it the other day, and it was like, the 90s were a confusing time for America and kind of the world in general. I mean, have you seen a 90s toy commercial? Or any commercial?
It's not great.
Go look them up, I dare you. I looked them up as potential for what to put behind us for this bit and decided not to because they're that bad. So instead, I decided to go another route because you can tell everything you want to know about a decade from the type of cars they made. And specifically today, I will be focusing on the Corvette. So let's pull up the 1975 Corvette. As you can see, the Stingray, as it's been referred to from what I understand, has, it's very cool looking. It has like swoopy fenders and it's just a really neat shape. It looks like a cool sports car, right?
Yeah.
So 70s are like, look at me, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Right?
They're
Okay.
the cool kids on the block.
So fast forward many years to like 2005, all right? Let's look at the 2005 Corvette. 2005 Corvette, also some like swoopy coolness. It's a little smoother. It's like cool,
I would
It's
drive
kind of
that.
trying to be cool a little bit, but it's still pretty cool.
It's kind of succeeding a little
It's
bit.
succeeding,
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. All right, so now let's look at the 1993 Corvette because that's the picture I could find. What happened?
Oh.
What happened to the Corvette? It's just a box. It's an awkward box. And this is pretty much how all of the 90s were. It's like,
Yeah.
what happened?
When you're manufacturing cars, you should try to stay away from 90-degree angles.
Yeah, it's just like,
It's not very aerodynamic.
what is that? What? It's not even like cool. It's like not 90-degree angles, and it's like not curvy, but kind of trying to be, but we don't know what it is.
Oh, it's
And
trying to be
that's
so
kind of-
curvy. You won't fool us.
And so this is my
Look at the
kind
wheels,
of,
too. Those
like
suck.
this represents exactly what all of the 90s were.
Yeah.
Like 90s was puberty for America.
That's a good way to put it.
Like 1970s were like, yeah, we're cool, and then like 1980s were like, yeah, we're still cool, but we're a little more chill. And then the 90s were like, what am I?
Yeah.
And like no one knew
Like
what.
Pythagorean theorem, who? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
like-
ask a 90s
what?
Corvette. It probably knows.
So, but yeah, the 90s are like, look at the commercials. They're awkward. They're terrible. No one knew how to design anything. And it was like this awkward, the 90s were like when you're growing up, that period from about 11 years old to when you're like 14 or 15 where you just can't figure anything out.
Oh, what
and
a
it's
time.
just awkward times. The 2000s was like, 15 to like 18. Like you got it more figured out and you're like kind of
Yeah.
getting back into being an actual human that's cool again. No offense to anyone who's 11 to 14, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah, they won't get it anyways.
But yeah, so but the 90s, yeah, puberty for America. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
If you look at if the 1990s Corvettes are anything to be talked about, that is Yeah, that's
It's-
basically
yeah.
it.
American engineering was not at its greatest. in
No,
the 90s, for sure.
nothing was at its greatest, really. But I do dare you, go look up some, just type in 90s commercials into
Well,
YouTube. You
be
won't
careful
like,
what
it's not
commercials you
pretty.
watch.
It's not pretty. It's very,
I'm sure there's some weird stuff in there.
there's a lot of slime. Slime was a big thing in the 90s.
Oh,
Why was slime
wasn't
such a
good
big
slime
thing?
either.
No, it was like green. Like Nickelodeon had a whole show where the whole point was to dump slime on
Oh.
people in the 90s. And it's like, why?
That's-
Why is that a good idea? Because
Where's
nobody knew what
Where's the
anybody
humor?
wanted.
Why is this?
I don't know. I'll try pouring green sludge on your head next time we're here, and we'll see how that works. If you laugh, apparently the 90s was onto something.
I am a 90s kid, so I am.
You are a 90s
I
kid.
will be the decider of that.
You're straight up 90s kid, so you know.
Straight up 90s.
Yeah. There's definitely a commercial in the 90s for a doll that was potty trainable, and it came with a little toilet, and I'll let you imagine the rest.
Yeah.
It was really gross.
That definitely sparks the question: just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the motto of
If
the
anything,
90s.
American engineers were being a little too creative. And
Yeah.
maybe too much creativity isn't always the best option.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the motto.
Yep, that's
If you don't take away anything, just maybe use a little less creativity.
maybe. Yeah. Don't be as creative as the 90s.
Yeah,
That's all we have to say.
it's too much.
So yeah, well, thank you guys for joining us today. We had a great time being with you and just being nonsensical with you for as long
Yeah,
as we can. I'm
just being
sorry
with
that
you.
my science experiment didn't work out. Next time, hopefully, it'll be better.
Frankly, I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, it worked
It was a
really well in
surprise, too.
Renee's office earlier today. Like
Oh.
it was like this big. It like poofed up really huge.
I really missed out.
Yeah. So anyway, have a good time and stay frosty. That's our motto.
Yeah, that is what we
That
decided.
is what we decided?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're sticking to it.
Oh,
So stay frosty,
stay
everybody.
frosty.